Good morning, everybody. I'm back with part 2 of our Old English style rum fruit cake as promised. So it's been overnight. I let it cool. As you can see, it's still in the pan. So yeah, let's get this thing wrapped up and ready to go for Christmas. So I'm gonna just take plastic off. That was just to keep, dirt, lint, dust, whatever, off of the beautiful cake. I released my clip already, so I'm just going to lift this off. And I wanted to do it while it was in the pan so you could see that little liner that I have in there. And yeah, just, step by step. So here we go, off with the ring. I'm going to, so inside of here now is that liner that I was telling you about yesterday that certainly saves on your pans and the elbow grease. So yeah, so basically all I'm going to do, I'm going to pray that it didn't burn or anything on the edges or the bottom, because it did actually, instead of the 2 hours, I think it was more like maybe 2 hours and 20 minutes or so that it took me to get this completely baked. So make sure you check the center, because lots of times the ends all do before the middle. And I don't know if maybe mine took longer because the 1/4 cup of rum soaked in the cherries, or perhaps it was because I used my convection oven, and that kind of makes the air go all around instead of all just rising up from the bottom. I don't know. Who knows? Could be just from all the fruit. But anyway, I think it's cooked now. It smells amazing. It doesn't look burnt so far. Yeah, and I'm just going to see how easy it is to peel back this. Sometimes it puts a little dent in the side of your cake. It's kind of nice, actually. You could make it look like a little bit of a flower or add it to your design. If not, lots of people years ago used to put icing. They didn't bother with the decoration on the top. They would use, like, I think it was called a marzipan icing, and put that on there. I remember because my mother's used to, she used to freeze hers with icing on, and then when you snuck out a little piece, the icing kind of fell off in one little piece. It got a little crumbly, but it was very good still. As long as you didn't get one of those little silver balls. Oh my God, those little decorative balls they used to put on the wedding cakes and stuff years ago. Yeah, I still don't like those. Just little hard bits of metal. So yeah, so now I've got, as you can see, I've got this all, and it did come out quite beautifully. I'm going to now take another cooling rack just to flip this over. So I can get at the bottom of it. Pray, fingers crossed. How am I going to do this now? Okay, there we go. Flip that right over. I'll take off the bottom of my springform pan. And let's see. It doesn't look burnt. It looks nice and dark, which is how it's supposed to be. It smells so good. Now, if you wanted to, you can certainly poke this bottom and put some screech, rum, or whatever in there. I'm not going to bother with the bottom. I'm actually going to take that and flip it back over. But before I do, I'm going to take a piece of parchment paper. We buy these at Costco. They come in 2 great big rolls for like, I don't know, I think it's like $11 or $12 or something like that. But these 2 rolls, and most people know all the baking I do, like really a lot of baking. And it usually lasts us almost a year, which is really good. Find the noise. So, here's our paper. I'm going to lay that there. I'm going to take that and cross our fingers again. Here we go. Flip it over. Ta-da! None of the cherries or anything fell off, so that was quite nice. Now, I actually should have probably put my cheesecloth underneath. Hindsight, that's okay. We're all learning here together. So now, what I'm supposed to do now is take a tablespoonful of rum, and that goes on the cake when it's cold, because if the cake is hot and you're putting rum and stuff on there, I think it kind of takes the alcohol out of there and can't be interrupting our buzz. So here we go. I'm just going to, I don't want to put too many in, I don't want to ruin the look of the cake, but I'm just going to put like just a couple of little in here. Feels nice and firm. It feels very done. My toothpick is clean, which is nice. So now, and again, I'm using the same screech. It just adds a very, very, very good flavor, and it's the flavor that I remember as a child. So, as a child, drinking screech while it was in the cake. I think years ago, Nanny would, if we had a baby that was teething really bad, she would take a little bit of brandy or something and rub it on their gums, and then that would help with the toothache or the teething or whatever. Yeah. Probably turn them into alcoholics later on. Just joking. I don't have any alcoholics in the family that I know of. Maybe weekend alcoholics. Yeah, so I'm just, you see? Kind of sprinkling this on here like that. Ooh, it's gonna be some yummy. So yeah, now what I got is my cheesecloth. I bought a package like this. You can buy them at the Dollarama, $1.25, and there's plenty. As you can see, I got my cheesecloth took out of this pack already, and there's still like a good bit in there. So here's the cheesecloth. So what I'm probably going to do is flip it over again. I think, what am I going to do? Am I going to put it on first and flip it, or flip it and put it on? I think I'm going to put it on, flip it, and then re-flip it again. So let's see. So we've got our cheesecloth here. I'm going to open it up over the cake in case there's any drips. Oh, here we go. Ooh, smells pretty boozy. Yeah. There we go. Now it's opened up good. I'm going to lay that right over the top like that. And you'll see that these little folds are here. See, here, here, and here. And I'm going to leave them folded like that because it makes the material a little thicker. Now, I'm going to, I don't know, maybe I'll see if I can lift it. Oh, and I can. So I'm going to just tuck that right under there and then flip that up there. So we got extra in the top. And I'm going to do the same to the other side. So, underneath we go. And then flip that right over again. Oh my goodness, you wouldn't know, but I'm wrapping up a mummy. I'm just checking the bottom now to make sure that it's all covered in the cloth. And I can see that it is, but I think on the other side I might not be. So I'm just going to flip this right around again. And actually, I'm going to put the cover back on my screech before I spill it everywhere. I got Bob coming for a haircut later. He's going to think I got into the booze. Gotta get a great haircut, Bob. Ooh, slippery. So there. So now, I have my cloth all the way around. I'm just, Miss Particular, you know, just smoothing this part out so that it's, you know, kind of evenly covered. Now, what we're going to do now is wrap this up in a bit of parchment paper. And the parchment paper, I guess, it keeps it clean and it keeps the moisture and stuff in the cloth. And, I don't know. It's just how they said to do it. So, I should have probably made my parchment paper a little tiny bit bigger, but I might use two. I'm going to grab some tape. Still got Christmas tape in here because I was wrapping Christmas. I know already. Oh, and it doesn't want to stick, wouldn't you know? I guess it's because it's parchment paper. Anyhow, I'm just going to continue to wrap it and try and stick it. My hands are a little bit wet now too from the cloth. I don't know. I think what I'm going to have to do is just cut another piece. Look, all the tape just came right off on my finger. So that's not going to work. So I'm just going to stay. No, it wouldn't listen. So I'm going to take another piece of parchment and I'm just going to put that over the top of that one and tuck that under. Maybe with another piece of parchment. It doesn't make sense to me with the parchment anyway, because parchment, it's non-stick, so I'm just going to take that out. For somebody that's particular, I'm not very particular when it comes to wrapping up things. So yeah, I'm actually going to leave it there. I don't think I'm going to tape this again because it's not sticking, for one. But once a week, you're going to take that cloth off and re-soak it in alcohol again. I know. And then you're going to wrap that up again. And so you're going to continue to do that once a week for 4 to 6 weeks. And then it's ready to eat. However, it is ready to eat in about 11 days or so. If you guys, you know, you can't control yourself. I'm really going to try to control myself and see if I can't wait. Hopefully I can. I'm going to take this now and I'm going to put it in a container. I have a very, you know, they certainly don't make things like they used to. This is an old Tupperware container. Like seriously, I think it's probably from like 1974. Maybe it's older than me even. I don't know. But that's what I'm going to use for mine. I'm thinking it's going to fit. So I'm just going to pick this right up and lay it right over there. I'm going to take it, set it, and forget it. No. I'm actually just going to put this over top. And actually, no. This one's not going to fit, but I do have a bigger one that I'm going to use. So I'll put that in there and you guys can basically see, basically whatever kind of container you have that's got a cover that you can, you know, fit around the cake. I'm surprised that this doesn't fit because your typical like birthday cake and stuff fits in there, but I do have a giant one, so I'll probably use that. I also intend to make another recipe like this and do it in, I have from Pampered Chef. I have these little ceramic pans. They're about this big and they make 4 little mini loaves. So I think what I'm going to do is put another batch on, put them in there, and then I'll have probably 8 mini loaves that I can give to family and friends for gifts. And wouldn't you like to be my friend? Would you be mine? Anyhow, that's the video there. I did have a question about substitution for alcohol. Not a problem. Just use a really, brew yourself up a pot of really strong coffee. If you don't have a coffee pot, use instant. Just make it really strong. The mixed fruit peel that I was talking about is here. I don't know if you can see. This is kind of what I had left. So yeah, a lot of people hate this. I love it. I actually can eat it right out of the container. And again, you can buy this stuff at Powell's. Powell's are awesome for your Christmas baking. Everything in the little tubs, reasonably priced, really fresh, really good, really awesome. And so I hope you liked the video, and I hope you're going to give this recipe a try. And yeah, I hope you're having a really, really good day. It's kind of rainy, drizzly, old, foggy old day here today. So I'm not going to be doing too much. I might make some beet later on. Perhaps I'll do a video for that. You never know. Okay, I'll let you go. I hope you're having the most beautiful day ever, and we'll see you real soon. And thanks to everybody for liking and sharing. I woke up to an enormous amount of views this morning, and I appreciate every single one of them. And thank you. Bye.